Hello everyone, I am Sunkireddy Jawahar Reddy from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. My branch is Information Technology and I am from Section A. And today my topic is End User and Provider Requirements for Pricing Policies Infrastructure as a Service, and it is from subject Cloud Computing. So let's dive into the topic and let us see about this end user and provider requirements for pricing policies of infrastructure as a service. So we are going to discuss about introduction, understanding end user requirements, provider requirements for pricing policies, different pricing models, best practices for developing pricing policies, and conclusion. So now let us start this topic: end user and provider requirements for pricing policies of infrastructure as a service. So introduction. Welcome to our presentation on pricing policies for infrastructure as a service, or IaaS. So these services are offered, we are having platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and software as a service. So in today's digital age, more and more business are turning to cloud computing to meet their IT needs. However, with so many infrastructure as a service providers out there, it can be difficult to choose the right one. That's where pricing policies come in this presentation. We'll explore the different pricing models used by infrastructure as a service providers, the challenges they face in developing these policies, and the best practices for meeting the needs of both end users and providers. By the end of this presentation, you will have a better understanding of why pricing policies are so important in the world of cloud computing. So in cloud computing, we are having several services offered by the cloud. For example, if we consider Amazon Web Services, so these Amazon Web Services are offering many services. So each service have different pricing policies, so that each service is priced according to their service offered. So the main services provided are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Now let us see understanding end user requirements. So when it comes to choosing an infrastructure as a service provider, end users consider a variety of factors. One of the most important is pricing models, which can greatly affect a company's bottom line. End users also look for flexibility in terms of scaling up or down their infrastructure as needed. Scalability is another key factor, as business needs to be able to quickly and easily adjust their resources to meet changing demands. Finally, reliability is critical, as downtime can result in lost revenue. So downtime means the waiting period, decreased productivity, and damage to company's reputation. So as you can see, meeting end user requirements is essential for any infrastructure as a service provider that wants to succeed in today's competitive market. By offering flexible, scalable, reliable services at a fair price, providers can attract and retain customers, build brand loyalty, and stay ahead of the competition. This is what exactly Amazon Web Services does. It offers many services, and the prices are also affordable according to another companies like Azure, GCP, G Cloud, GCP. So the services offered by the AWS company are also offered by the Azure and Google Cloud. But why people are choosing AWS is because of their pricing policies and their services offered, and their so many factors come into picture. Provider requirements for pricing policies. One of the biggest challenges that infrastructure as a service providers face when developing pricing policies is finding a balance between meeting the needs of their company and their customers. On one hand, they need to ensure that they are making a profit and staying competitive in the market. On the other hand, they need to provide pricing plans that are attractive to potential customers and meet their specific needs. Another challenge is keeping up with the constantly changing industry trends and customer demands. As new technologies emerge and customers' expectations shift, infrastructure as a service providers must be able to adapt their pricing policies quickly and effectively. This requires a deep understanding of the market and a willingness to take risks. So these are the provider requirements for pricing policies. Now let us go to the next slide. So different pricing models. So now let us see about different pricing models. Infrastructure as a service providers offer different pricing models to meet the diverse needs of their customers. One popular model is pay as you go. So for example, consider AWS, Amazon Web Service. So for example, I want to launch a server, so which is known as instance in AWS. So after launching the server, there will be a trial period. So in AWS, we are having a trial period, for example, say of 8 hours, of I think so 78 hours or something. So after completion of that 78 hours, each hour we use that server instance, we will be getting charged for using that instance. So this is known as pay as you go. So how much you use that instance, that much we need to pay. మమ్మీ వీడియో రికార్డ్ చేస్తాము, ఏదో పొగలేపుకుంటాను. That much we have to pay, which allows customers to pay only for the resources they use, and also the resources they use, they need to pay for that resources only. This model is ideal for businesses with fluctuating workloads or unpredictable demand. Another model is reserved instances, which allow customers to reserve capacity in advance at a discounted rate. This model is best suited for business with predictable workloads or steady demand. Finally, spot instances allow customers to bid on unused capacity at a lower price. This model is ideal for business with flexible workloads that can tolerate interruptions. Each pricing model has its own advantages and disadvantages. Pay as you go offers flexibility and cost effectiveness, but can be predictable and difficult to budget for. Reserved instances offer predictability and savings, but require upfront commitment and may lead to underutilization. Spot instances offer significant cost savings, but can be unreliable and may result in an unexpected termination of services. It's important for businesses to carefully evaluate their needs and choose the pricing model that best meets their requirements. So best practices for developing pricing policies are: firstly, infrastructure as a service providers should consider offering flexible pricing options to their customers. This can include pay as you go models or reserved instances that provide discounts for long term commitments. By providing these options, providers can meet the needs of both customers who require flexibility and those who require cost savings. Secondly, infrastructure as a service provider should ensure that their pricing policies are transparent and easy to understand. Customers should be able to easily calculate the costs associated with their usage, and any additional fees or changes should be clearly communicated. This can help build trust with customers and prevent confusion or frustration down the line. So now let us see the conclusion. In conclusion, we have discussed the importance of pricing policies for infrastructure as a service providers and how they can meet the needs of both end users and providers. We have explored the different factors that end users consider when choosing an infrastructure as a service provider, such as pricing models, flexibility, scalability, and reliability. We have also described the challenges that infrastructure as a service providers face in developing pricing policies that meet the needs of both the company and its customers. Furthermore, we have discussed the various pricing models used by infrastructure as a service providers, such as pay as you go, reserved instances, and spot instances, and highlighted the advantages and disadvantages of each model. Finally, we have provided recommendations for infrastructure as a service providers, on how to develop pricing policies that meet the needs of both the company and its customers. It is crucial for infrastructure as a service providers to understand the requirements of their end users and develop pricing policies that meet their needs, while also ensuring profitability for the company by following best practices and considering the different pricing models available. Infrastructure as a service providers can develop pricing policies that are fair, transparent, and competitive. We hope this presentation has inspired you to take action and develop pricing policies that benefit both your customers and your business. Thank you.